Good evening, guys. Welcome to PatFacts. We're back after a little hiatus. Thanks to all those for your patience with everything that's been going on. It's been a little sporadic with some of my posting and going live. Again, I appreciate your patience and what's been a really busy month, but especially the last few weeks of just getting things situated, getting the move done. We're in the new place now as of Wednesday, so that was great. And just trying to finalize a few things. That's why Friday we weren't live, but I want to get at least PatFacts back up and running so we can continue our journey, continue moving forward, continuing to ascend till the end, and then we can again bring back the classes in that virtual platform in a very, very, very near future. There's just a little bit more to do down here with the gym. Not sure why the lights come through as lasers. I'll have to figure that out as well. But a few more things to get ready and figure out where we're going to put equipment and where things will be to go live. And then again, the details of the virtual platform will come out soon with, again, more classes, more equipment options, and a few different ways to really tailor it and advance. Again, ascend. We want to ascend till the end is our mantra we've sort of adopted towards these last few months. I was going to say the end, but the pandemic doesn't seem like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So we'll see these last few months. We still have the positivity pandemic that we're working with. We still want to promote that positivity. But again, part of ascend till the end is growing and evolving. And this is making sure that we're getting better and evolving and growing. And so that's what I want to talk about tonight is new beginnings. There's a new beginning for me in a new location. Again, we'll have to adjust kind of how things are here, how they work. The sound is a little different. There's no carpet like there was at the vacation house, as we dubbed it, the Airbnb. So the sound will be a little different. But again, we'll work through things and we'll progress. So new beginnings, so important. I thought it was a good topic to talk about because we're all kind of going through some new beginnings. We're heading into a new kind of season. Hey, Dan, hope we're doing good, buddy. Hope we're feeling well. We're progressing through fall, even though it feels like summer lately, which has been nice. Hopefully it stays like this the rest of fall. But again, it's a new season. Things are changing. You can see leaves changing and falling. Leaves are around. Time changed a couple weeks ago on Halloween. And so there's differences. There's new beginnings to that season, new timings to use. The daylight that we have to use is different than what it was before. How much of it we have, how strong it is. Again, I'm in a new location, so we're going to have new classes, new programs, new structure to help us grow and progress and advance. And politically, there's a new beginning. There's a new president. The election is over. Thank goodness it's done. Regardless of what you thought of who won or who lost, really, the important thing is it's over. Now let's move on. Let's move forward. Let's move all the distractions and all the circus that became. An extended circus, really. It's long enough as it is, but the extra few days to count everything really extended it out. Let's put that behind us. And again, let's focus. Hopefully you're focusing on yourself when this is going on. But if not, let's really, really dial in with us. Because in reality, it probably doesn't make a huge difference who the president is for you. I know there's social implications and things that some of you are dealing with and are fighting for, and I can appreciate that. When you really kind of bring it down personally and individually, we're in a different country. Most of us, I know there are a few Americans that hop on here, and I appreciate that. But again, the message is that it's over. The elections happened. We know the result. Now let's get back to life, back to reality, as the song used to say. Hey, Bonnie. So let's again use this new beginning, this new time to really dial ourselves in. We've got a couple months, well, less than 2 months. We're over the 8th, so we have less than 2 months left of this year, of this 2020. Let's finish it. Like we talked about before. Let's finish that fourth quarter strong. We're partway through. We're halfway through that fourth quarter. Hey, DJ Katz, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Let's finish the year strong. Let's make the most out of 2020. It's been a rough year for all of us. It's been really weird and just different with the pandemic and, again, social issues and some of the losses we've had. But again, it's on us to make sure that we make the most of this year and finish it on the right foot. So let's think again of this together as being the new beginning, the beginning of 2020, the new beginning to finish into that year, to head into 2021 on the right foot. And that's what we want to do, is be already kind of situated and have some momentum going in our favor. If you joined in with the 3 not so wise men, last Monday, myself and Blake and Chris talked a bit about New Year's resolutions. And hey, Natty, and how we should be planning them now. Don't wait until January 1st to start things. You know when the best time to start a new, hey, Maxine, a new program or a new workout routine or new eating habits, you know when the best time of the year is? Right now. Start now. Don't wait 3 days. Don't wait 2 months. Don't wait for New Year's. Start it now. It doesn't have to be a big change, but at least start the planning and the preparation for it. So we've had an election. We've got a new studio. We've got a new location. We've got new people tuning in from our 7 p.m. crew. Welcome, guys. We've got our regulars that are tuning in. Thank you so much again for finding me again and coming back and joining in. So again, let's say today, November 8th, is our new beginning to finish off the year on the right foot, to really get us going, to build momentum in a positive direction to get us into 2021. So they can really hit the ground running and really kick in the door and plow through that and make it the best year we've had, and make it much better than this year, and just really enjoy it. But again, it's a process. It takes time. It's not going to happen right now. Don't wait until January 1st. That's why so many New Year's resolutions don't pan out, because everyone waits until the 1st, and then they either go to bed after their party, or they wake up the next morning with a bit of a hangover and they think, what am I going to do? How am I going to make this year so good? I'll do this, 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 and this. And you name off 6 different things, and probably none of them change. Or maybe a couple do, but it's probably short term. Why? There was no plan. There was no purpose. There was no specificity to their actual goal. They just rhymed off a bunch of things because probably others around them are doing it, or it's the thing to do. Let's start now. Think about, what can I work on? We've talked, if you've been with me, all these, hey, Fitness Nation, good evening. We've talked over these few months, if you've been here, about plans and processes and what can we do to make ourselves better. Let's pick something now. Pick one area, just one, that you feel that if you made positive changes, it would make the most difference in your life. It would make the most difference for you right now. Maybe health-wise, maybe relationship-wise, maybe time management-wise, whatever it is. Pick one thing and start now planning ahead to make that come to fruition. So if you say by January 1st, this is my New Year's resolution for January 1st, it kind of really kicks in. But between now and then, I'm going to do these steps to make sure I'm already engaged. So if you want to get better sleep, you want to make 2021 a year where you get lots of rest and recovery, maybe you start now going to bed just a little bit earlier. Or maybe you dial in your nighttime routine now so that you know what you do before bed. We've talked about that in previous PatFacts if you want to go back and check them out. But just like when we're little, we need those routines before we head to bed. Whether it's definitely getting away from the screens, giving yourself that break from that blue light, it makes our mind and our body think that it's time to get up. So it releases different chemicals and hormones that actually get us going rather than wind us down. Maybe it's a warm shower, body temperature comes up, and as we cool down, again, we get into nighttime mode. Maybe it's reading a book before bed. Maybe it's listening to a bit of a podcast. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's prepping for the next day, like lunches and gym clothes and notes for work. Maybe it's a little bit of journaling. Pick some of those things that you think work for you and then set them up. And then that can be your nighttime routine. And now we practice those things so you can tweak them and adjust them, trial and error. Maybe you need a physical paper journal to write in. Maybe you need an app on your phone to write in. Maybe you need something that kind of prompts you and says, don't forget to do this. Maybe you need to set up alerts and reminders on your phone. We can try these things. We've got 2 months now to try them, get systems in place that work for us, And then when January 1st kicks in, we can really kind of shift it into high gear and really try to make those changes that we want to make and should want and need to make to, again, be better and to always ascend and to grow and develop and evolve. So again, my goal for you guys back in March when this happened was to help us be better people than we were when this started, so that when something like this comes back again, we're not affected by it as much, if at all. So maybe we're not closed down so much. Maybe we can adapt better to having to work from home if it comes to that again. Maybe we can adapt to living with a virus around us like this, like we all have, with masks and physical distancing and, hey, can we washing our hands and things like that. We can adapt, we can evolve, we can ascend. We've all ascended to be able to handle this pandemic that's going on. So why not ascend and grow and develop to make us even better people? So we can better manage our stress. We can better take care of our bodies. We can put better fuel into our bodies. We can get the rest and recovery that we need. Whatever it is you want to do, we can learn that skill that we should learn at work to get us that promotion or to get us out of the job that we're stuck in. Again, whatever the case is for you. We've talked about it before. Again, I know some of you are new, just jumping in, so I appreciate it. And what I'd like you to do, again, is think new beginnings. Today, November 8th, 2020, or whenever you're watching this, think this is my new beginning. I'm going to finish the year off. I'm going to plan for next year now. And again, it doesn't have to be an in-depth, set-in-stone plan, but we've talked again about setting a goal, working backwards. Do that now. What's my goal for 2021? What do I want 2021 to be for me? Maybe it's a year to start a business and grow a following. Maybe it's a year to, again, switch jobs. Maybe it's a year to, if we're able to, travel a bit. Maybe it's a year to get a little stronger, get more efficient at what it is we do. Maybe it's a year to better control our mental health. Whatever it is for you, think of, again, it's just that one thing. That's all we need to work on, one thing at a time. Think of the one thing that if you could improve it, you would see huge overall improvements in your life. It would make the most difference for your life. And then again, set a goal, work backwards. Let's all say from January 1st, let's all work backwards. What's your goal for next year? And between now and January 1st, what can you do, put in place to get you working towards that goal? It doesn't have to be, again, huge things. It doesn't have to be goal accomplished January 1st. Like I believe Blake said the other night, it's a New Year's resolution, but the year isn't just one day. There's 365 days that you have to put this resolution into place. So if you can set up a plan beforehand, the chances are greater that you'll have more success and more days will be accomplishing those goals. Nobody's perfect. We're not going to expect anyone to hit every single day to be perfect and hit those goals. We're going to have little stumbles. But I just saw a post from my pals at Carnizon, which said, don't let a stumble be the end of your journey. Don't let it be the roadblock. It's just a stumble. We all stumble and fall. Important thing is to get back up and keep going. So again, let's pick one thing that we can work on. And if you've been with me, we've been doing this throughout these past few months, and that's okay. Pick the next thing, whatever it is. You may know what it is. It could be something completely different compared to where you were a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, whenever you joined us. But again, take a look at things. Take a moment. It's Sunday night. We've all watched our DJ shows and had a good time. There's a couple more tonight, I know. Take a few minutes in between. Again, make yourself the priority. Put the music on in the background. Put a show on. Sit quietly, whatever works for you. My challenge for this is, again, Sunday night. Take a few minutes tonight. Set this goal. What do I want 2021 to be? And don't even think about really what 2020 was like, because it's been hard on a lot of us, some more than others. We've had different routines and different events happen to us. Just think, what would my ideal 2021 look like? What would I be doing? What would I be feeling? How would I be reacting to things? Maybe just sit and visualize it and see it. And then what can I do to start tomorrow to get me moving towards that ideal 2021? And the sooner we can start, the greater the chances are we'll reach that goal and have that success that we want to. Natty says, I need a routine. My circadian rhythm is a hot mess. Yeah, I can definitely understand that, Natty. It's been fun to have the Twitch and the DJs and all the shows and had that escape and that music that we've kind of talked about here before. But yeah, the schedules are so sporadic and over the place. And how long does someone go? And we end up, some of us call it club hopping, where we go from one stream to another and we're up a little late, and then you got to try to fix that. So yeah, definitely need a bit of a routine. And it's tough. It's hard. Kimmy is very good at 10:30. She's on a stream with us. She shuts it down. Bedtime, I'm heading out. That's very good self-discipline that she has that, and she sticks to that routine so that she can stick to her routine the next morning and getting up and getting moving and getting going and maybe getting a run in or doing some work or whatever the case is. We all need routines, and it's just a matter of finding, again, a routine that works well for you, because we're all a little bit different and we all have different things we need to accomplish during the day. So it's a matter of finding something that makes the most sense for you and whatever that is. So maybe you can look at a friend's routine or a coworker's routine or a mentor's routine, and then maybe take a bit of everything and think, oh, this would work for me, and I could do this. This part wouldn't work so good for me. That's better for them. I'm not really that kind of person. And then again, you make it work for you. You want to keep yourself moving. Again, we talked before about modalities. We talked about our gratitude challenge that turned into a habit. And hopefully we're still continuing our daily gratitude practice here on the 8th of November. But we talked about finding a modality, a way that works for you, whether it's paper, whether it's an app, whatever the case is. Same thing for this. We need to find modalities that work for us, find routines that work for us, a system that works for us to make sure we can get the results that we need so that we can keep moving and keep growing forward. Kimmy says, my body shuts off. She doesn't have a choice. She goes to bed. It's probably, again, though, that shutdown that you kind of feel is probably because you've set that routine, because you've done it a bit, you've had your day, you've gone through what you need to. Your body goes, oh, that's it, we're done. Shut her down. Let's get our rest and recovery. If your routine's kind of all over the place, then your body and your mind don't really know when to shut things down. It's kind of like if you hear the people that can wake up without an alarm clock. They just wake up every morning at the same time. Well, they probably go to bed the same time every night, and they've been doing so for a long, long time. So their body's conditioned to that. And probably at bedtime, when it gets close, they probably get tired. They probably get groggy and think, oh, I got to get to bed. I'm shutting down, like Kimmy says. And then because the body and mind know, it's that rhythm, it's that circadian rhythm that Natty talked about, knowing that, okay, it's nighttime, it's time to unwind and come down so we can rest and recover, and then we can get up the next day with lots of energy and have a renewed body and mind, basically, because some repairs and some processes that need to happen at rest have had the time to take place and to happen to make us feel better. Kimmy says her dad can do that, get up with no alarm. Yeah, I've heard of a few people that just, whatever reason, whatever morning, they just wake up at the same time. Even if they try to sleep in, they can't. They're just so used to that routine and that timing that they just wake up every morning. So again, it's routine. It's a process. It's just like riding a bike. You learn it becomes it's difficult. You learn how to do it. You fine tune it. You make it efficient. Then you practice and practice, it becomes automatic. So now whenever you get on a bike, you can hop on. It might be a little wobbly at first if it's been a while, but then you pick it right back up. They say it's like, the joke is, it's like riding a bike. You don't forget. Because you do it so often, you practice it, it creates that muscle memory and that memory in your mind of how to do it and how to move and how to balance, because we practice it. We did it over and over and over and over again. We fell down, we got back up. We had training wheels, we didn't. All these different steps guide us toward the end result of riding a bike with good balance and being able to remember that. Now we're doing that, but we're doing it for something else. We're incorporating a workout routine. We're learning how to use that new computer program for work. We're trying to figure out when to go to bed to get up at a good time to make sure we can get the most productive day we can. We're trying to figure out when our most productive time is during the day to really focus and build that focus skill so we can get lots of work done in a good amount of time to have the rest of the day to maybe enjoy ourselves or to unwind or relax or have free time for if something does come up, we can handle it. Whatever the case is, we're doing that same system though. If you think back, you didn't learn to ride a bike in a day, you didn't learn to ride a bike in a couple days. It took months and months. There were steps in place. You did tricycles or those little power wheels and tricycles, and then maybe training wheels, and training wheels maybe a little higher so you had more instability, and then the wheels came off and someone held the bike for you, and then you pedaled the bike, you fell a bunch, learned your balance, and then you get into it. But that took lots of time. This is going to take time as well. This is going to be a process. This is going to be an ongoing learning process, because we're always going to change and evolve. But we can check off little things along the way and add those skills to our toolbox. And then we can bring those tools with us to whatever life throws our way. We'll have a tool for that. Oh, this thing just happened. I've got a tool for that. I got to react. My body needs to move a certain way because of whatever's going on out here. I've got a tool for that. I have a workout routine. Oh, there's lots of stress and anxiety and pressure in my life right now. I can unwind and turn my focus off for a bit because I've practiced that. I've built a routine in that. So it takes work. It takes practice. It takes consistency. It takes patience. It takes trial and error. All those things, just like anything, any skill, think of anything you've learned to do. Chances are it took you time to learn it and then to really fine tune it to kind of perfect it or to get really good at it. Same with anything else. So a lot of times we want the quick fix or the 60-day this or the 8-week that or the take this thing to get these results. Really all we need is some consistency, some hard work, some patience with ourselves, and just a desire to get better. That's where it starts, a desire to get better and improve. And if we can keep that desire, then we'll always ascend to the end. We'll always take advantage of new beginnings. And that's what I want us to do now. Again, November 8th is when we're recording this, 2020. But whenever you're listening to this or watching this, think, this is my new beginning of this goal. Pick a goal. Pick something you want to change, you want to improve on. Again, as we're recording this, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. What do you want 2021 to bring you? What do you want it to mean to you? What do you want it to be about? Pick that one big, hairy, audacious goal and work backwards to tonight. Get it set up, plan it to figure out what can I do tomorrow to progress one step at a time, like we've been talking about, towards that goal. And that's all we need to do. But the more we can start planning and getting engaged in it and just starting it, the better chance we'll have for success. Because if we don't, we just wait for it to be perfect or the right time or this and that, then we just have this goal that just kind of floats away from us. And our end date goes further and further and further away. We consider the best time to start right now. So when we're done here, pick a time if it's not right away. Ideally, it's right away. But if not, pick a time later tonight. Take 30 minutes. Think, what do I want to work on? Some of you are thinking about it in the chat already with your routines and different things. Pick something. And think, what can I do between now and January 1st to start working towards that so that 2021 can be the year that I fill in the blank. Have a better routine, sleep better results at work, that new job, new promotion, whatever the case is. Think about it, set it. Just take a few minutes. Write it down, make a bit of a plan. Because we can talk about it, we can think about it a lot, but if we think about it, it just kind of jumps around in our head. Hey, Chris, we need to put it down. We need to write it out on paper. We need to tell someone and share it. But again, it's good to put it here in the chat, and I appreciate those of you that are sharing. But the chat kind of goes away when we're done. Unless you go back and rewatch the videos, then the chats are still there. Instagram isn't, unfortunately. Facebook usually is. So putting things down on paper, again, or download an app. If an app's best for you, it could be the notepad in your phone where you write this plan out, or it could be a different app that helps you get set. Look around, and Kimmy says Smiling Minds is what an app she uses and finds really good results with. So again, sharing with the community, we're helping each other grow and get better. But again, that's my challenge to you is think new beginnings, new studio here. I'm in a new place. The election's over. There's a new president. So again, regardless of your opinion, it doesn't matter. That's not what this is about, but it's a new beginning. That's going to happen. We've got that coverage and that news and that noise out of the way. So again, the new beginning can come back to us. And we can be the change that we need to be seen in the world around us. Start with us. Start with yourself. Take good care of yourself. Make those changes you've been wanting to make forever and ever and ever. And apply it now. Start now. The best time is now to start changing, to start getting better. Wani says there's never a right time. The best time is right now. Because if you wait for the right time, there's always going to be something. Oh, this has come up, or I just got a puppy, or we just moved, or it's fall. I can't do things in the fall, or it's too cold in the winter. There's never a good time. Best time is right now. Start little bits at a time. No one has to expect you to do everything right away perfectly. And we get caught up on that in our own heads too much, waiting for the perfect time or the perfect moment until the plan is just perfect. It's best just to get going and moving and make those adjustments on the way. Have a bit of a plan and an idea, but things will modify and change as we go forward. Natty says, congrats on the new place. Thank you so much. It's getting settled. We're getting comfortable. I'm down where I'm going to be doing most of my classes for the virtual platform and PatFacts and the 3 Not So Wise Men for those that tune into that on Monday nights. But again, still a little bit of work to do. It's a new beginning. I'm going to plan things out and see what's going to work for me for shooting and for space and that sort of thing. So again, it's a lot going on, but I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting this for a long time. I've been wanting this kind of platform and this sort of experience in this business idea for a long time. It wasn't always a virtual idea. It was more brick and mortar or in person, maybe people coming to the house to train. But I really think the virtual platform of fitness classes and fitness coaching will be even better because I can reach even more people and help change even more lives than I would in person, because we can reach more people with the virtual platforms and help more people become operationally fit. So that's kind of what we're looking towards here. So I'm scrolling through Instagram, see a couple things. Natty said earlier her life needs training wheels, and that's your plan. The plan is your training wheels. That's what gives you that stability and that guidance. That's the training wheels, or that's the hand on the seat that holds the bike. That's your plan. Because if you think, oh, what am I doing? It's such a busy day and I'm so stressed and I'm tired and I don't want to do the thing. You look at the plan. What am I doing? Okay, I need to do this, this, and this today. That's all I'm going to focus on is do those things. I know I'm going from here to here, closer to my plan. My goal is this way, here to here. That's all you need to do, that little step. You've made progress. You've moved towards that goal, and your brain goes, hey, we did it. We accomplished our goal today. Good job. You give yourself that, I'm going to say it, pat on your back, just mentally, and that gives you that confidence to go into the next day and do a little bit more and a little bit more. And that's all it takes, is little steps at a time. Like someone, Kimmy said, yeah, one day at a time. That's all it is. One day at a time, one step at a time, one move at a time gives you progression. And that's what we want. Always progressing towards that goal. If you don't do nothing, you're just going to be there. We always need to progress. We always need to move forward. And again, it doesn't have to be miles and miles and miles of progression. One step at a time, one day at a time. And we move and get that momentum, and soon maybe we're taking baby steps at first, and then it turns into a run or a quick walk, and then a run, and then a really big sprint, because we're getting so much momentum and getting so close to the goal that we just keep moving forward towards that. But so often we get too caught up in getting that result. Again, like I said earlier today, we want it now, but it's not going to happen. Whatever habit or routine that you're trying to kind of improve on, that bad habit or whatever it is, you didn't just develop that overnight. It took time. It happened. Things happened. Things came up. Again, it kind of snowballed. It works both ways. That momentum can be negative as well. But now we need to put the brakes on that and switch into that positive momentum. Sometimes you have to unlearn some of the bad habits. So if you have poor routines and different, we need to unlearn some of those habits and relearn the good ones. That's going to take time. You can't just erase your mind. It's not Men in Black, where you just zap you and your mind's blank and you start fresh. Or an Etch a Sketch where you shake your head and clear it out. You have to unlearn some things or tweak them and then learn the new patterns. So again, that's why I always try to mention and stress that we need patience and consistency. That's what's going to help us move forward and progress. Bonnie says, all the best in your new ventures. You got this. Thanks, Bonnie. Appreciate that. Looking forward to moving ahead here. I've got equalizers, my Excel equalizers as my desk right now for this, in my chair. So we're going to make do, but we're going to progress and move forward together and grow within this program. And again, help us get a little better. So my piece of this is giving you the information from a PatFacts standpoint, but also providing you with a bit of fitness, some accountability, where we can get our movement in every day. We can get some exercise. We can feel better about ourselves. We can have that energy that we need to maybe focus on our day, or maybe we can use that energy during the day to maybe feel a little more tired and fatigued and ready for bed at night, to have that recovery and that rest be kind of prominent in our mind where it needs to be, to make sure we take full advantage of it. That's sort of my contribution to help you, to provide that service for you if you're interested in signing up. And then you can work on some of the other areas of your life. And then again, they all tie in together toward that one goal. And as you reach that one goal, like we've said, those second or third goals, or those smaller goals maybe, some of them will get checked off as well because of all the progress you're making in that big goal that you're really working towards. Natty says, I have a lot to unlearn. So many people do, Natty. It's not just you, for sure. All of us have a lot to unlearn. And it just takes time and some consistency. Maybe between now and January, that's, for some of us, that's our resolution. That's working toward the resolution, is maybe trying to unlearn some of those poor choices we make, those poor habits that we have, trying to unlearn some of that, or to reduce that, or improve some of the good habits that we already take part in. We talked a few weeks ago about not just cutting things out, but increase the good things. So if there's something you really like and enjoy, rather than just, if not, maybe not a healthy choice, instead of cutting it all together, again, focus more on having more of the good choices. And then over time, that will replace that bad choice a little bit more. And then you can kind of gently scale back on that a little bit. So again, another strategy to try to put into play and work towards. But again, we need to play around with things and see what strategy works best for us. So again, new beginning today, November 8th, 2020. New for all of us. New president, new season, falls. Well, it's confused. It thinks it's summer, but it is fall. Leaves are falling. We're gearing up for winter. We have a lot of unknowns and uncertainties. What we do know is what we can do for ourselves. New studio, new program coming, new fitness coaching coming. Lots of new beginnings, new president. So the election is out of our minds. It's out of our head for now. And just take a moment, decompress from that. Give yourself a break from all that coverage and all that talking head things about the election. We know what happened. You have the results. Give yourself a little break from it. Escape just for a moment. And then if it's of interest to you and you feel you need to be involved, then get back into it. But again, let's try to limit that media exposure, because it is very heavy and very draining. And it can affect our sleep and our mood, because it causes stress and anxiety based on what's going on around us. Right, Natty? Let's take that break and not talk about it too much. Let's find a way to consume what we need to consume and be able to move forward. I found out who won the election at work. I didn't watch any coverage on TV other than one moment we were having lunch somewhere and it came on and someone asked and I could see the TV. So I looked up and told them. And I heard some on the radio because I listened to our morning show here in Barrie and they were pretty funny about it. One lady was in her basement because she's broadcasting from home and they called it the Situation Basement and they played breaking news music and provided the information but had a bit of fun with it as well. That's all I took in. And then I heard when someone got a little ping on their phone that he was declared. That's how I heard. If it's something you need to know, chances are you'll find out about it somehow. So let's try to limit that media exposure. 30 minutes or so to find out what's going on from a source you trust and that you like and that doesn't suck you in too much and drain and bring you down. Let's focus on that. And again, think of those nighttime routines, get ourselves going. Natty says, I'm going to follow Kimmy and set a bedtime for myself. Awesome, Natty, good. I'm glad to hear that. That's great. Kimmy says, you'll love it. Sleep is great. It sure is. It's very great and so important. Again, that's when the body actually gets stronger. The workouts are great and the running and the nutrition and the mental work we do, everything's great, but none of it has the effect it should if we don't get the rest and recovery, because that's when the body and the mind repair, regenerate, and adapt to what we've done to it during the day or the days with our workouts, with our daily activities, whatever the case may be. That's what we need. Hydration, we need good rest, we need good nutrition. All those things, again, work together. But sleep and recovery is so important. That's when we actually adapt and change and get better. So we need to make sure that's included. So again, new beginnings. Let's start today. From January 1st, what do you want 2021 to be? Think of that theme of the year or the result of the year that you want and think backwards to tomorrow. Use tonight to plan. Please take the time though. Do it. Plan. Take a few minutes. Just brainstorm even. Just put notes down. What can I do tomorrow to get me up on the right foot towards that? That's right, Natty. If you get your sleep, then you can get up on time to work out. That's a very good point. See, it all works well together. And then by working out, your body will get stronger. You'll need that recovery. And you'll get better and better. See, it all ties in so nicely. And that, I know you're kind of being a little, giving yourself a bit of a shot there, but it's true. You just said, I'm going to set a bedtime routine and a bedtime. And you've already saw that. Oh, and then I'll get up earlier to work out. So now you've got two things that are better for you by setting one goal. So you can see how one big goal is going to have effect on all these other goals that we have. Again, we just have to pick one thing. The time to start is now. All those new beginnings. Let's start them. Let's get them going. And let's hear about them. Let's hear them in the comments. Let's hear them in the DMs. If you don't want to comment, if you want to keep it a little more personal, that's fine. Let's hear what your goal is. What do you want 2021 to be? What do you want the result to be? Where do you see yourself? How do you see 2021 panning out for you? And don't worry about outside things. For you, where do you see yourself? And then what can you look at to work towards that from now until January 1st? If you need some help, reach out. If you want to just throw things out for feedback, let me know. Again, a couple of you here in the chat are already helping each other out. That's awesome. We need accountability partners to help us stay on track and also just to throw ideas off of sometimes. That's so great. See, Nadia, look at you. That's right. Look at you go. Two things already getting better. 2021 is going to be awesome for all of us. I can't wait. And just finally, I'm going to do a little more posting about this, but I just want to announce it here. I was fortunate enough, thanks, Chris, fortunate enough to find out last week that I have been selected to be a brand ambassador for carnosine. Carnosine is an ingredient in some pre and post workouts supplements, and it's a scientifically backed carnosine beta-alanine, and the beta-alanine can help reduce muscle soreness and help with recovery, muscle recovery, and usually it's in a pre-workout, so it has that kind of energy component with it as well to have a good energized workout with lots of blood flow and to give you kind of that sort of pump feel, but making sure that you kind of have the energy and the kind of components we need to have the best results out of the workout. And again, it also helps on the recovery. So we've been sort of interacting for a couple of months now. They've been following my stuff. You may have seen on Instagram, I've been tagging them quite a bit. because they've been wanting to see what we've been doing together. And they're really excited and happy with what we've been doing and want to form a partnership. So again, I'm very excited to announce I'm a brand ambassador for Carnizin. So stay tuned for more details on that, and you'll probably hear a bit more about them as we go. So again, another new beginning to be a brand ambassador. It's been something I've been looking to work towards. I thought it would be maybe a bit of a different company, but I'm so super pumped to work with Carnizin. Some of my other fellow trainers have been selected to be brand ambassadors. Some colleagues of mine, a mentor of mine uses it. That's how I first heard about it. So I'm pretty excited to be part of that team with all those great trainers and coaches and athletes that use the brand as well. Thanks, Andy. I appreciate that. I appreciate the congrats. It was a big accomplishment. It was fun. It was, again, like I said, it wasn't the first company I expected it to be, but it really grew organically. It was nice. I thought it was coming, but I wasn't sure 100% until they really offered it. But yeah, it's been a nice organic kind of relationship that's grown over these last few months. And it's nice to have a partner to work with on that. So another new beginning for us to have together. So that's it for tonight, everyone. Again, new beginning today. Think of what 2021 is going to mean for you, just you, not the outside world. Back to you. What is 2021 going to mean? Set a goal, work backwards. What can you do from tomorrow until January 1st to get you working towards that ideal 2021, so you already have the positive momentum heading that way? Plan it out, write it down, take a few moments, put it down, put it to paper, share it with accountability people, your partners, your friends, whatever you have yourself set up in. And let's start it. Let's really, again, work on this. Let's make this a project where we actually put things on paper and plan it and work towards something. And let's see the difference we can make in ourselves for 2021 and the huge difference we're going to make in the world in 2021. Because we're more operationally fit, we're always ascending, we've always got each other's backs, and we're always moving forward and progressing. Thanks, Natty. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. There you go, Kimmy. Yeah, a lot of us have that goal to lose some of the COVID weight. So yeah, we can definitely have that. But again, be really specific with that goal and where we're going to go with that. Thanks, Bonnie. Want to say congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been again something I didn't really think of happening during this time, but I could kind of see it kind of growing and evolving as the relationship grew. So I'm really excited about it. It's a great brand that I'm happy to be affiliated with, and we can find it in a variety of different brands. So we're not stuck to one thing. That's what I like about it. It's an ingredient. So you can kind of pick your favorite brand of pre-workout or supplement that has it and still benefit. So I'm looking forward to the partnerships that leads to. Thanks, Kimmy. Kimmy says I always love my PatFacts. Christopher K. Man, thank you for being here. I'm sure you changed outfits at least 3 times during this past 50 minutes. So thanks, guys. Again, thanks 7 p.m. crew for being here. Thanks to all the regulars. You've all been pretty regular in the last few months. Again, thank you for their patience with the moves and the different locations and the schedule changes that have come up. I really appreciate it. We're going to go back with replays tomorrow for Multi-Joint Monday. Because again, I still have some work here to do in the home gym to get it set up how we want it for an ideal broadcasting, and to really get the virtual platform information out to you guys. I was just going to do Facebook. I think I'm going to do Facebook and Instagram once we go virtual. So information coming soon on that big launch. So again, take things to that next step, that next level. So again, replay tomorrow for Multi-Joint Monday will be there for you to use. And again, all classes are there from the past 7 months. So you can kind of hop on and pick one that works for you and give it a try. See how you feel. So if you're not on your nighttime routine just yet, and you still get up a little late, you can always do a class on demand and make it work for your schedule. That's what we're trying to accommodate, is accommodating you and your schedule and giving you the chance. It's nice live. It's a great energy, just like this is. But again, it is there on demand if you need it to make it work the best for you. So again, take care, gang. Thanks so much. Remember, drink lots of water. Maybe throw some Carnizin in there. Eat well. Go do your planning. Get a good night's sleep. Stick to that routine. And remember, always make yourself the priority you deserve to be by striving to be operationally fit. Take care, gang. Enjoy your night. We'll talk to you soon.